Welcome back to the Connected Pleasure podcast, my loves. I'm Kayla, your host. I go by she, her, hers pronouns. And this is the second episode of day 5 in Open Cart Week for my one-on-one coaching container for Connected Pleasure coaching. And it is weaving pleasure back into the fabric of your life. So, another question that I wanted to address up front really quick is, am I LGBTQIA plus friendly? And the answer is absolutely. I know that I'm focusing specifically on women, but that could be anybody that identifies as a woman. I will just address a little bit of the fact that I'm focusing on women because that is what I feel most called to do. And as a cis, hetero, white woman myself, that feels like I am here to heal the people that have been in the dominant narrative, because that is the experience that I have lived and that is what I know the best. And I feel like if we heal the people that are in the dominant spaces, then we can hopefully stop oppressing the people that are in the minority spaces. That does not mean, though, that I am not open to all identities of people. I have worked with many LGBTQIA plus clients, and I absolutely love all my queer clients. I also have worked with a lot of different types of relationship structure. So I do actually work with a lot of people that are exploring polyamory, and that's many, many people that you are wanting to have a relationship with at the same time. And, all different forms of alternative lifestyles, or again, relationship structures. I would say the most common one that I've worked with is people exploring poly. But again, I have worked with people that are very much into the BDSM scenes and that explore relationship anarchy, which is looking at relationships not in a hierarchy, but in a you try to create the same level of importance among all the relationships that you have in your life. So I am very open to all of those things. If you are feeling like, I don't know if I fit into this exact mold that my container is creating, or how I've talked about my container, know that as long as this is a journey that feels right for you, and you have a little bit of witchy woo-woo-ness in you, then this is the right journey for you. But again, I've worked with a lot of LGBTQIA plus queer folks, and I really, I to me, a person is a person. Obviously, there are different experiences that all those different letters in that community experience and are unique to their population. And so I'm very knowledgeable about that. I have studied queer history since college, and even though it's not my personal experience, I'm still very open and willing to be accepting. And to me, I'm whoever, whatever your experiences are is totally fine. As I always tell my clients, as long as it's consensual and it's not hurting anyone, go for it. Absolutely go for it. So my training is exceptionally sex positive. There is no shame in anything. Again, as long as it's consensual, I do not condone anything that is non-consensual. But as long as it's consensual and it feels good for you, then absolutely. Absolutely. And that goes for like what you are wanting out of your sexual experiences in terms of like who people are and their identities. There's no question about that. And that's why I at the beginning of this podcast, I was having a hard time remembering to do my pronouns, but it is really important to me to make that part of the conversation so that I'm putting that out there first and making it just a normal thing for people to talk about pronouns. And I try to use very inclusive language so that I know that I talk a lot about women and the feminine. And one thing I do love about sacred feminine work is that even though I'm talking about feminine, it's more about feminine energy. And we all have feminine and masculine energy within us because we were all created from an egg and a sperm. And so the energy is like an archetype that we can live into. And feminine energy is something that our collective culture has really lost, that we are all of us, no matter what identity you are, have been taught to be very male energy led because again, patriarchy, and that is has been what the dominant like energy, as well as what our society is kind of structured around is. And so what I'm trying to do is helping women specifically, but it could be femmes, it could be anyone that like identifies in that realm, to remember their femininity, to remember what that looks like, and to remember what the feminine energy wants. We want to be seen. Feminine energy wants to be seen and heard and recognized and loved and remembered. And so that is what this container also cultivates, is a remembrance and a reclaiming of the feminine energy and using that as part of your power to claim the pleasure that is rightfully yours. So I just wanted to make that abundantly clear that whoever you are, whatever your identity, whatever your sexual preference, again, as long as it's consensual, is welcome in this container. Early bird ends on Saturday at noon Pacific time, because that's where I live in the Pacific Northwest. So get your early bird special. If you have been like following along and been like, yeah, I want to do this, but I'm going to wait, because trust me, I also wait till the last minute when it comes to purchasing stuff like this. I get it. And I'm reminding you that the clock is ticking and that you don't have that much time left. So if you want to get that discount, go grab it today, right now. The full like open cart week ends on Sunday at midnight. So Sunday is your last day as well to purchase anything. The core coaching package, the VIP coaching package, the 4-month payment plans, the 15% off at checkout if you pay in full. For the add-ons, you can always get the add-ons later if you want to purchase them, after you're done with the coaching container. That's totally fine too. They just won't be discounted. So all the fun stuff, all the bonuses, everything is done at the end of the day on Sunday. So make sure that you, again, look through all of that. I do have the sales page linked in the show notes. So if you want to go and actually like read through my sales page, read through my copy, and have like the details in front of you, that is available to you. I've put all the information down in the show notes so that you have it. Again, core coaching option, is 8 sessions. 6 are the teaching sessions with 2 integration sessions. VIP is the upgrade to having all of that plus voice and text support in between sessions from me through Telegram. You know that the bonus options are an extra integration session, a kind of ritual closing ceremony session. Or if you have the VIP package, then you get to also choose a another week of text and voice support. So there's 2, potentially 3 options that you have of what you want your bonus to be, and anyone can claim those bonuses. If you purchase something from me, you get one of those bonuses. The only things that are for if you pay in full are if you pay in full, then you get that free Sacred Feminine playlist from me, and then you also get the 15% off at checkout for the ongoing support package and the partners experience package that are like additional containers after this one-on-one container. So there's lots of fun stuff that we could be diving into, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully meeting some of you that have been listening to this. I know that you're out there. I do see the numbers. There are people that are listening to every single one of these episodes, and I just feel so lucky, so grateful to be in your ear every day. And yeah, I just feel so grateful to be on this journey. This is a lot of content that I'm putting out there, and I'm so glad that people are actually listening to it. So if this is resonating with you, this is your invitation to go schedule, book, enroll. Again, whatever. I said adjective in another episode, and afterwards I was like, "Oh, it's a verb." So whatever verb floats your boat for what it means to to purchase a package with me. I really am looking forward to meeting you, to working with you, and I hope that this feels like the next step in your journey. So with that, I will see you or talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Happy Friday.